Dealers keep discounting these luxury SUVs, but nobody notices. Underneath the badge is shocking durability and value. One of them is built to survive decades without breaking. Most buyers believe newer automatically means better. Dealerships reinforce that belief every single day. Bright lights, shiny paint, and aggressive marketing create the impression that the latest model is always the smartest choice. What buyers don't see is what happens quietly in the background. Sitting just a few rows away are luxury SUVs that once represented the top tier of engineering, comfort, and durability. Now they sit unnoticed while their prices drop lower and lower. Daniel, a technician who spent over 2 decades inspecting and repairing vehicles, noticed this trend repeatedly. Daniel watched customers spend enormous amounts of money on newer vehicles with complex systems that created expensive problems later. Meanwhile, older luxury SUVs with proven drivetrains continued operating reliably year after year. What frustrated Daniel most wasn't the vehicles themselves. It was the misunderstanding. These SUVs weren't failing, they were being ignored. That misunderstanding creates opportunity. Buyers willing to look beyond the badge and focus on engineering often discover vehicles capable of lasting far longer than expected. And the first SUV on this list proves exactly how powerful that misunderstanding can be. Buick Enclave, the quiet bargain nobody expects. The Buick Enclave is one of those vehicles that suffers from an outdated reputation. Many buyers associate the brand with older generations, not realizing how much the engineering has evolved. That assumption alone causes buyers to overlook one of the most balanced luxury SUVs available on the used market today. When the second-generation Enclave first arrived, it represented a significant leap forward. The interior materials felt premium. The ride quality was refined and comfortable. The drivetrain was designed for smooth, predictable performance over long periods. Buyers who purchased it new paid a premium price for that experience. What happened next followed a familiar pattern. Within just a few years, depreciation dramatically reduced its resale value. Not because the vehicle became unreliable, but because buyers shifted their attention elsewhere. Thomas, a father of 2, originally planned to buy a mid-size crossover from a mainstream brand. The vehicle seemed practical, affordable, and familiar. During a visit to an independent mechanic for advice, Thomas received an unexpected recommendation. Instead of settling for the mainstream option, Daniel suggested looking at a slightly older Buick Enclave. Thomas hesitated at first. The brand didn't feel exciting. But after comparing the vehicles directly, the difference became clear. The Enclave offered superior interior quality, quieter driving experience, and more comfort for long-distance travel. It didn't just match the alternative. It exceeded it in almost every meaningful way. Over time, Thomas realized the decision saved money while delivering a better ownership experience. Maintenance remained predictable. The engine continued performing smoothly. Nothing about the vehicle felt outdated or compromised. The reason buyers continue overlooking the Enclave has nothing to do with durability. It has everything to do with perception. People assume value must come with compromise. In this case, the compromise simply doesn't exist. And the next SUV makes that value gap even more surprising. Cadillac XT5, luxury comfort without the luxury price. Cadillac built its reputation on comfort, refinement, and quiet confidence. The XT5 continues that tradition, but the used market treats it very differently. Buyers often assume luxury SUVs must come with expensive ownership costs. That assumption prevents many from even considering vehicles like this. Emily, a healthcare professional with a demanding daily commute, needed something reliable and comfortable. Long hours on the road made comfort essential. Emily initially focused on smaller crossovers, known for efficiency and affordability. Luxury wasn't part of the plan. During a routine inspection at Daniel's shop, Emily mentioned the search. Daniel suggested looking at the Cadillac XT5. Emily immediately questioned the recommendation. Luxury vehicles didn't seem realistic within the budget. But once Emily drove the XT5, everything changed. The cabin felt quiet and calm. Road noise was reduced significantly compared to the alternatives. The driving experience felt effortless, especially during long highway commutes. Months passed, and the vehicle continued performing exactly as expected. Routine maintenance remained simple. There were no unexpected surprises. The ownership experience remained smooth and predictable. The engineering behind the XT5 focuses on balance. The naturally aspirated engine avoids unnecessary complexity while delivering consistent performance. The transmission complements the engine's characteristics, creating a smooth driving experience that doesn't feel strained or forced. What makes the XT5 especially valuable is the level of comfort it provides at its current price point. Buyers expecting compromise often discover the opposite. And that pattern continues with the next SUV, where engineering heritage plays an even bigger role. Acura MDX, proven engineering that builds confidence over time. The Acura MDX stands in a unique position within the luxury SUV market. It combines premium comfort with engineering rooted in long-term reliability. This combination creates something many buyers overlook completely. Michael, an accountant who valued long-term financial decisions, approached vehicle ownership differently. Instead of focusing on appearance or trends, Michael focused on durability and ownership cost over time. After researching various options, Michael chose the Acura MDX. The decision wasn't based on flash or excitement, it was based on trust in engineering. Years later, that trust proved justified. The vehicle continued delivering consistent performance. Maintenance remained manageable. The ownership experience remained predictable and stress-free. The strength of the MDX lies in its engineering philosophy. The engine was designed to operate reliably over extended periods. The drivetrain components work together efficiently, reducing unnecessary strain and wear. Buyers often overlook the MDX because it doesn't demand attention. It doesn't rely on aggressive styling or marketing hype. Instead, it focuses on delivering dependable performance quietly and consistently. This quiet confidence becomes more valuable over time. And while the MDX already challenges expectations, the next SUV introduces an entirely different level of durability. Infiniti QX80, built on a foundation designed to endure. The Infiniti QX80 operates on a different philosophy than most modern SUVs. It was designed with durability as a priority, not just comfort or efficiency. This foundation gives it capabilities that extend far beyond normal expectations. David, a contractor who relied heavily on vehicles for work and daily life, needed something capable of handling demanding conditions. Reliability wasn't optional, it was essential. After purchasing the QX80, David expected routine wear over time. Instead, the vehicle continued performing reliably year after year. The engine remained strong. The drivetrain showed no signs of premature aging. The body-on-frame construction plays a major role in this durability. Unlike crossover-based SUVs, this design provides structural strength capable of handling heavier loads and more demanding environments. Maintenance remained predictable. Nothing about ownership felt overwhelming or excessive. The QX80 wasn't designed to impress buyers with flashy technology. It was designed to continue working reliably long after others began showing signs of aging. And that durability brings everything to the final SUV. Lexus GX460, the SUV that changes everything. The Lexus GX460 represents something rare in modern vehicle design. It prioritizes durability above trends. It focuses on engineering principles proven over decades. Christopher, a retired firefighter, wanted one vehicle capable of lasting as long as possible. Christopher didn't want to replace vehicles frequently. Christopher wanted something dependable. After purchasing the GX460, Christopher quickly realized the difference. The vehicle felt solid. The drivetrain operated smoothly. Nothing about it felt fragile or temporary. Years later, that durability continued proving itself. Maintenance remained manageable. The vehicle continued operating reliably without major complications. The body-on-frame construction provides structural strength that crossover designs cannot match. The drivetrain components were engineered for longevity, not just short-term performance. What makes the GX460 especially valuable is how quietly it delivers this durability. It doesn't rely on flashy design or marketing hype. It simply continues working reliably year after year. And buyers who recognize that difference often keep these vehicles for extremely long periods. The used vehicle market doesn't always reflect engineering quality accurately. Buyer perception, trends, and branding often influence pricing more than durability. This creates opportunities for buyers willing to look deeper. These SUVs offer comfort, durability, and long-term reliability while selling for far less than their engineering justifies. Daniel has seen this pattern repeatedly. Buyers who choose vehicles based on engineering rather than trends often experience fewer problems and greater long-term satisfaction. These vehicles continue sitting on lots, not because they lack quality, but because they lack attention. That lack of attention creates value. Vehicle ownership becomes very different when durability becomes the priority. Instead of constant replacement cycles, ownership becomes predictable and manageable. These SUVs demonstrate what happens when engineering focuses on longevity. They weren't designed to impress for a short period. They were designed to continue operating reliably over extended periods. The real question isn't whether these SUVs are capable. The real question is why so many buyers continue overlooking them. Which one surprised Daniel the most was the Lexus GX460 because of how consistently it delivered long-term reliability. Which one stands out most to you? Share the answer in the comments because that decision could completely change how someone approaches vehicle ownership. And the next video reveals the vehicles buyers regret most after purchasing, which might surprise you even more.